Alif, please say hi.
Hi, is it my turn to talk yet?
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
Okay, how do I help you?
How do you help us? How can we help you?
All right. So based on my
Okay.
customer service experience, all you need to do is introduce yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see, I'm Alif. So I run the Facebook page Alifjam. It's a short form for my full name Alifjamil. I work as a full-time MV director during the day, and I did photography during my free time. So I'm quite blessed that I learned a lot during my work as an MV director. From interacting with actor, I changed it to interacting with subject and learn a lot of lightings too to set the mood and everything. Like it's like you are making a movie, then you need to set different kind of light to portray different kind of situations, I guess. Okay. And I started by, like, before this, I only work as MV director. It's like I do video from, I don't know, for about 3 years already. But during my free time, I always go out with my friends and start taking random photo. It's just for fun at the start, but as time goes by, suddenly there's demand for it. So I started to make my service available to public starting 2 years ago, I think.
I see.
So
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
My passion is still music though. It's like I want to do more stuff related to music. It's my plan for this year, but here we are, sitting in a room, can't go out.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. It's like I want to do more video on dancing, more music video, and more concept video related to music. But let's stop photography today, I guess. Okay.
Okay. So
that's the intro.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Alif. Introducing yourself for those who don't know. Now you know who Alifjam is. He also has a Facebook page. And do you have any other plugs other than Facebook page?
I have Instagram and Twitter, but it's just for fun, I guess.
I see. So mainly it's through you update it through Facebook then, right?
Yeah. Instagram and Twitter, I use it for learning reference because there's a lot of great photographers out there. And learn from them too.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so I believe you showcase us with your own screen share. Is that right for today?
Yeah.
All right, then go ahead. Take it over, man.
Okay, everyone. My name is Alif again. So today I'll be teaching about photography. First things first, before I go through my screen there. So first things first, people must be wondering what gear did I use. So I'm going to open my bag here. Okay, this is my camera. It's a Sony A6300. I use it around 80% of the time, from MV production to photography. I'm not a fanboy here. Everyone here can use any camera they want to produce great result. It's like you don't need particular brand of camera to produce result. As long as you know what you are doing, then you can produce great results. Yes.
So at the end of the day, it's your own skill as a photographer or videographer, right?
Knowledge, of course. Of course, more expensive gear produce better results, but in the end, it's up to how knowledgeable you are in photography. So I'll be showing.
All right, so we're going to the screen share. Let's go see. Check it out.
Yeah. It's showing some of my works here. This is through the course of 3 years, photos that I did.
Very cool.
I shot cosplay and casuals too. This is actually my first video session. It's like starting to get into the cosplay photography. Still learning during this time. Oh, this is from Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
that looks
that's cool. That's the Gormagala armor, I think.
Yeah. This is outdoor shoot in Lake Garden.
Wow. Very nice, very nice.
Yes. So as you can see here, I for all this shot I use my small camera. It's a
Same
mirror.
camera.
Yeah, the same camera. So in the end, it's up to how proficient you are at using your own camera. All
Very
this,
cool.
if you notice, there's one important factor to all the photo.
That is.
That is lighting. You can see there's always light in every photo. It's like the key factor of photography is actually light. It's not your camera. It's how you know the light will show off in the picture.
And if I understand correctly, the lighting is what sets the mood and the theme for the shoot, right? The picture.
Yeah. It's like this. This is I use no lighting here. I just use available light during this night time. This is studio session. Use a studio light, and this is I have no light too. You can see the red is actually coming from her controller there.
Yeah. I can see that.
Also, I did some post editing a lot. Oh, this is Rika. She's watching. Yeah, this one hasn't released yet.
Was the ball post edit?
Yeah. No. It's she really bounced
Nice.
it. Took quite a lot. I mean, not a lot, just a few times of try, and she nailed it.
Very cool.
Oh, this is Rika too.
The effects are very nice.
Yeah. So the key factor in all the photo is actually light. It's how you use your knowledge of light to produce a good photo. Okay. So even for me, I use this kind of light. You can see, I saw a Facebook post, I think a week ago, mentioning the use of RGB light that can change color. Well, this is the one.
So this is the is it an LED strip or something?
Yeah, it's an LED, how to say, saber, I guess.
Saber, I guess. Yeah, fair enough.
You can get it for 300 plus, but the battery itself costs 100, so it's around 400.
4 to about 500 lah.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't recommend it for photography. If you more into photography, you should get a flash. This is more to videography side because it's not as strong as flash, and you need a really good camera to catch the light.
I see. Okay. Speaking of cameras, we actually have one question here. Dia tanya, so how much when you usually do this ACG photography, like how much of it is like lighting and how much of it is editing?
80% light, 20% editing. 70% light, 30% editing.
I see. So the base must be very strong lah.
Yeah, the base itself must be very strong. It's like you need to make sure the picture out of your camera is already good. I mean,
yeah.
You can see some like people think I edit the mood like cyberpunk mood there. It's like the blue, the
pink and hues, right?
Yes. It's actually the light is already there. I use blue light. And okay, this particular picture have an interesting story. So I go to Soap Park Studio. I already reached Puchong, and suddenly I didn't bring my light here. I didn't bring this.
I see.
Okay, I did bring this, but I didn't bring the battery, so I didn't get to use this. What I did is, this is actually from my phone light.
Oh.
You know those light that you use your phone and glow, right? I'm using my phone light. So actually, it doesn't matter what kind of lighting you use, as long as it's light and you know how to use it, then you can use it to take photo.
Okay, I see. Alif, also one thing we noticed, your mic is still up there, so the mic.
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
Is it clear now?
Yes, yeah, definitely. Much clearer. Okay, no worries.
Okay.
diorang ada soalan juga.
Okay.
I think this one is still about your hardware lah. Dia tanya like, what lens do you usually use? Ke you banyak interchange depending on the scene?
Okay. I use a lot of lens depending on the person.
On the person.
Yes. If you are asking, I go by this rule of thumb. If the person is quite plump a bit, I will use wide angle. If the person is like medium size, I will use around 30mm to 50. And if the person is very skinny, it's like some model are very skinny, some people are very skinny, I use 85 or 50 to 85 plus. It make them much more bigger in picture. So yeah, I use my lens according to the person, and sometimes composition, of course. Importantly composition, but it's more to a person, because in portraiture nobody wants to look bad, they want to look good.
Of course.
That's true.
Yeah. So I'm using my rule of thumb there to take the best out of everyone.
I see.
Okay. And lights. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're asking also a bit about the light. Like, what was your LED saber thing? What was it?
It's the brand is Yongnuo. It's Yongnuo 360.
Okay, I see. Okay, good. So
Got
if anyone wants to know,
got 3 model: Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. Mark 1 is I'm using right now because it's cheap. I can buy a lot of them. I have 4 of them now, so I can set 4 multiple colors.
I see. It's mainly for videography, like you said, right?
Mainly I use it both for photography and videography. I have flash show here.
Okay, I see. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so you can go ahead with what your presentation.
Okay.
Let's see what else you got.
Let's proceed to the software part. I know, right? People are waiting for this. The software I use here is Adobe Lightroom. Okay, everyone can Adobe Lightroom CC 2019. I didn't upgrade because I don't like the newer version, so buggy. So I'm still using 2019 version. Today, a few photos that have different kind of lighting situation. Okay, mainly for photography, I use 2 kind of software. One is Adobe Lightroom, and one is Adobe Photoshop. You can buy them. I mean, not buy, subscribe them for 40 ringgit per month. Original, I will recommend that because the original one have a lot of feature. So, starting here, as you can see, this is raw. It haven't been edited yet, but the lighting is already good. That's the key factor here. I'm just like slightly enhancing the situation. Okay, let's start. This is white balance. People are asking. It turns your photo to warm or cool, depending on the mood. So I usually go for a cooler kind of theme here. Exposure is already correct. There's no need to change it, or else they will get overblown. Oh, azan.
Mashallah. Berkat Ramadan like this. Okay. Okay. No worries. Kita ada lagi satu one more question here actually.
Okay.
They're asking, do you use light meters or do you just trial and error?
Light meter. Okay. Since I use a mirrorless, basically I don't need that much of light meter because you can already see the exposure set when we set the exposure. I mean, we can see the live exposure being displayed on the photo. Like before we snap, we already can see how the end result will look like.
I see.
Compared to normal DSLR, that's one thing we just get it right, because that makes it easier to take photo because we already know what the end result will look like inside the camera. For I know, like when I'm using DSLR, I have a DSLR too. I use a DSLR a lot too. It's like we need to set. We cannot see how to set the ISO properly or shutter properly to get the correct exposure. So when using mirrorless, it's much more easier.
I see. So mirrorless really is quite convenient lah for a lot of things.
Quite convenient for a lot of things except battery life.
Okay. All right. No worries. So let's go ahead with your presentation. What else you have?
Okay. For editing, this is where good sensors come. Good sensors can reduce the highlight and boost the shadow more. Or if you're using like normal sensors, less dynamic range, you cannot recover back so much highlight here. I always like slightly bump things up, like contrast only +10 here, clarity here and there, minus. See, my cat is here. Jumping on me. Go down.
Ayo.
Go down.
Okay. Cat time over. Photo time now.
Yeah, photo time now. Okay. Before we start to edit photo, if you are shooting raw, make sure you know this thing. It's a pre-processing. How to say? Profile browser.
Profile, I see. Yeah.
It's like slightly adjust the initial look of your photo.
I see. So this I think is
here.
the automated that one lah.
Yeah, but it's only slightly change. Not slightly change. It may drastically change how the end result will be. Because this will set all the color of your photo during the start. See, sometimes if I choose here the red got really red. So when I edit it later, it's hard to adjust back the red. Like this, vivid. If I choose vivid, then the red becomes so vivid and all the color is vivid. Some part of the, as you can see on her cape there, it's really washed out.
Yeah, it looks yellow.
Yeah. So I usually go by some profile like more neutral, like Adobe Color, Adobe Standard, maybe camera neutral.
So would you choose any of this before you go, or like
yes,
you like to go? Alright.
Choose this first. This is the first start before you edit photo. I mean, this only work for raw photo.
I see.
So I always take picture raw because there's a lot more room for editing. From the white balance to the sharpness and everything, it's better to take photo raw.
Okay, so in this case, we would recommend to take raw as much as possible, or if possible.
Only if you want the photo to look good.
sounds like yeah.
You have to do it.
No, it's like sometimes you just want the photo to be presentable, and it's like, okay, this is it. I took this photo. There's not much I want to edit, so just post it. So then another time is like, I took this photo. I want to enhance it a little bit more. You get what I mean? It's like, okay. It's like serious mode versus non-serious mode. JPEG is still serious though. It's like for JPEG you have less room for editing. It's just that.
Raw,
In RAW you have more room. Okay. Next is the graph. This graph here means a lot to me. It's like you can adjust a lot of things. I usually drag the black things up first a bit to make it fade.
I see. So what does this graph actually represent? Is it like the coloring, the tone or something?
The blackness of the photo.
I see.
Okay. How, if people really learns about this stuff, up here is the histogram. Histogram defines how bright your photo is, how saturated your photo is. So if you can see, this value here means your black is 0, means it's pitch black.
Oh.
So as I pull up, the black becomes slightly gray. It's faded. Same here. Same with this part. You can see this part, meaning it's totally white. It's pure white. It's very bright. So I pull it down to become less white.
I see.
More moody feel.
Yeah. I can see.
Okay. It depends. So sometimes like people use curve for, in videography or photography. Sometimes to make things brighter, you just pull this shape, so it makes
The
things
middle.
brighter.
I see.
Yeah. And to make things go darker and more, more grim, just pull this slightly here.
I can see even in the histogram, you can see like the colors moving more to the right or left. Yeah? Very cool.
Okay. So if you want more contrast, put it as curve.
Oh,
less
I see.
contrast.
I see.
This is quite important factor of photo editing as well. And you can also change the channel. Like you want more red.
The redness of it. Yeah, I see. Oh, okay.
You can
Very
change
cool,
it
very
here.
cool.
Green.
Okay,
RGB.
so we have a question also from one of our viewers. Is it okay? So they're asking, how do you decide what colors to adjust the picture to? Is there a color tone that you tend to lead towards more?
Okay. Because I work in MV production, for each MV I need to come up with different color setting and different kind of mood and different kind of concept. So I always go for how I want the mood to be.
I see.
This is dark and green. This is dark and green. So I prefer a more contrast kind of look and more dark. More faded dark, more dark area.
I see.
Okay. Next, I will go to this part.
Ooh, it looks complicated.
Okay. Everyone know I'm colorblind. Here, right?
Wait, you're colorblind?
No, I'm colorblind.
You're colorblind. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Amazing.
I cannot see green, I cannot see purple, and I cannot see pink. So
I see.
This is where I shine. You see, when people say, "Oh, your picture have so many purple," so I just look at this and maybe go to the luminance part here. I change the purple.
See the part that says purple, you drag it away, is it?
Yeah, it's like, where's the purple? I cannot see it, but I drag it here. Then, that's the purple. There's so many purple inside the picture. So I change the purple to slightly blue. You can change color here. This is where you change the hue color. If you don't like purple, you can change purple to blue or magenta here.
Magenta, not pink, right?
Yes, it's pink, I guess. I'm not sure.
It's okay.
But it says there in the software it's magenta, so I just follow the software.
Yeah, but it's right. You're right. You just follow the whatever it said there, right?
Yes. So you can see the red is still overblown, so we reduce the red a bit there.
Interesting.
So here, where you can change all the color that you can see. You cannot see also. I cannot see the color, but you can change whatever color you want here. I use this a lot because this is my primary editing method of coloring. Sometimes when changing colors, this is where I change. I didn't use split toning at all, if anyone asks.
So do you know what split toning is? I'm not too sure what it is.
I also not sure, but it makes my photo looks weird, so I don't use it. Let's close it down.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I'll be adjusting this thing a bit here to my taste.
So this one is the adjustments all to your own feel, what you feel is right.
Yes.
Is there any maybe basic principles that people, that you generally stick to whenever you do photo editing?
I would say depending on camera, different camera produce different color. So I hate green because I cannot see it.
Okay.
So
you stay away from it.
I stay away from green. So green and yellow in particular, unless I want it to look more yellowish. You can see here green and yellow is side by side along the same spectrum. Sometimes when people say when I started taking photo before, some people say some of my portrait the person inside looks green. It's like mak
Green.
hijau kind of thing. It's like, then I'm totally confused. It's like, where's green? Because I cannot see green. Then I figure out it's actually yellow, because yellow is not green. So I reduce the yellow and I ask them again, is there any green left? Okay, no more green. Save. Okay, thank you. Okay.
I see.
Next is the sharpening panel. This makes your photo sharper. Okay. These three I really disturb, but this bottom one, masking, you can press Alt, I guess. Okay, press alternate on your keyboard and press this masking slider, and you can see, you just drag it. You can see.
I see.
Line come out. This is where what you want to sharpen. So it won't sharpen the noise inside the picture. So your picture won't look so noisy. Because this is a really dark photo. So when you like sharpen it, sometimes it becomes really noisy, right? So
I see,
what you can do is you drag this masking slider,
and it will reveal like the outlines, is it?
Yeah, only sharpen what you want. So in this case, I want to sharpen the hair, so I only like slightly here. Okay, nice. Noise reduction, nothing to say. It reduces noise.
The noise is like the fuzziness, right? Like
it's like the grain inside. If I zoom, see?
I see.
Not much noise here, but if I reduce it, you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, color reduction. When sometimes you edit, right? You push the color too far. It's like it becomes so weird that it have a lot of color noise. So this is where it will help you. Okay, profile. This is lens correction.
Lens correction.
Yeah. Okay. Zoom out. Okay, this is by default not corrected to any lens. So when I enable, it will automatically detect what lens I'm using.
Oh, it can detect, is it?
Yes.
Or like it's because actually the program just detects it for you, right?
Because how to say, if you didn't lens correct, you will like slightly
off,
distort.
I see.
So it makes things more straight here and less vignetting. But I want some vignette because I want it to look dark.
Okay.
Put some vignette here. Also got vignette. Okay, this bottom part. This is where I wouldn't recommend touching unless you know what you are doing. Okay. All photo is actually divided into 3 spectrum: red, green, and blue. So I usually only use this slider, the red one, because I don't know what happens if I touch the blue and green. I cannot see it.
Okay.
Because blue and green is like side by side, so I wouldn't touch it because I cannot see it. For people who can see it, then go ahead.
Very cool.
So is there a particular like color palette that you lean more towards to? So you try to avoid all the colors you cannot see clearly lah.
Yeah. Usually if okay, I go here. I go to this photo. Okay. I will see it slightly shadow here. Okay. Reduce highlight a bit. Same, I will lift up the black bit. Reduce the white. Okay, here's the color selection you're asking just now. I usually go for green. I usually lean towards this side of green. I mean, I'm not sure what it's called. It's
I'm not sure myself.
No, it's like the green that less yellow and more blue.
I see. I'm not too educated on that as well, but
Yeah, I
can
only
see,
see 7 colors.
I can understand what you mean. Basically, a green with more blue than yellow in it. Then.
Yeah, because a green with more yellow looks so weird. Means weird to me. So I usually go by a green that's towards a little bit blue, and yellow I slightly change to orange there. Yes.
I see.
So in this photo, same thing. You can mask it here. Okay. What I want to teach now is how my workflow is. Okay. You can see on. Wait, I cannot see myself. Shit. Okay, you can see on this side of the. Wait, I move my phone a bit so I can see. Okay.
Oh, you okay, bro?
Oh no, phone jatuh eh.
It's okay. I put it back.
In the meantime, the
Okay,
guys
see you later.
that are watching the stream now, if you missed it, Alif actually gave us a free preset. So if anyone wants to use it in their Lightroom editing photos there, check the pinned comments. The preset will be right there, and you can download it.
Okay.
Okay,
Now-
so back to you, Alif.
For my actual workflow, I didn't go through. It's like every time I want to edit photo, I don't want to go through like editing. Spend a lot of time like choosing what kind of color will be perfect. So I already create a tons of preset here, so I can see like which color will suit the photo best.
Okay.
My God, so blue. Wait,
Let me see.
processing. So as I
Nice.
scroll down, I can see what color will suit the photo best. What color profile?
I see. So this is a color profile, right?
Yeah, it's like a preset I made during my 3 years in Lightroom here. You can see this is all my friends' name because I create the color profile based on them, based on their photo.
I see. So that's why you just pick on what you feel is appropriate, then, right?
Yes. So like this. Maybe I go here. Okay. Here go with this one. It's slightly brighter. Maybe color, yes. Slightly saturated. Less highlights here. Okay, a bit more fade. Okay, here. A bit more blue. More saturation here. Okay. I already adjust the overall saturation, but I don't want it to look more saturated on her face. So what I do is there's a convenient tool in Lightroom here, adjustment brush.
Adjustment brush.
Yeah, so using adjustment brush, I set it to saturation and slightly warm here. I can color her closer.
Just the
To make-
specific area, right?
Yes, to make it pop.
Very nice, very nice.
Maybe it's a little bit of her hair, and not too much. This is how you use it. Okay, and this side of her face is a little bit dark, so I'm using this radial filter. To slightly adjust the brightness beside her face here. Okay, too much. Maybe I make it larger. I make it larger here. Okay. Now her face is more balanced. Okay, done. Okay, I need to make sure I need to make sure everything is correct. Correction. This is not this lens. change the lens. Okay. Okay. After I finish adjusting the color, I right click and edit in Photoshop. Now we wait. My PC is lagging because I'm streaming at the same time.
It's okay.
Understandable.
So when you right click edit in Photoshop, it will transfer the Lightroom photo immediately into Photoshop. Supposedly, but lagging now.
Actually, your PC lagging also kind of segues into a question I want to ask.
Yes.
Kalau if you want to buy a PC like for editing purposes, right?
Hmm.
Is there a certain requirement that you have to have?
Wait. SSD
What's
processor.
Yeah.
SSD processor. I guess that's it. You
As
don't
long as
you don't need a powerful graphic card.
So you just need something to load files quickly, lah.
Yes, load files quickly and process the. I don't know why a lot of editing software use more processor instead of graphic card.
That's true.
Oh.
It's kind of, well, I guess it's just the engineering of the PC, like why the programs use the processor, right?
Yes.
Yeah, how much RAM would you recommend then?
Oh, 32. I'm using 32 right now, but still laggy.
Nice.
But it's more to SSD.
Mhm.
As long as you have much more space in SSD, I guess the workflow could be faster. I got my throat so dry now.
Bulan puasa ni susah.
yeah. How you guys keep doing NC from?
Sabar je lah, that's how we do it.
We anticipate. What's the word I'm looking for?
What?
Expect.
Harapkan. We are optimistic.
Okay. I will do my best too.
Opportunity.
Okay. Next, why do I go through Photoshop after I go through Lightroom? Because I want to lookify. Yeah.
Okay, so this is in Photoshop already, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
You cannot lookify in Lightroom, so you can only
Liquify.
lookify in
Ah, I
Photoshop.
see.
Okay. Good thing is, my Photoshop can detect face already. So here I can adjust things like I adjust things in those selfie app like Snow or Meitu. How to pronounce?
Yeah. Meitu, correct.
So I can adjust it like that.
I see. Okay.
This is just a show though. It's like I rarely lookify. I didn't do much lookify on my photo. It's like
So
usually when I edit, right,
Mhm.
I edit the colors, then I send the photo for the cursor to edit themselves.
Okay. Basically, after you're done with your end of editing, you let them edit whatever they will, is it?
Yes. Maybe I cannot see my PC this side, so I need to go to my phone a bit. Okay. But still, sometimes a little bit of liquify is needed.
Mm-hmm. Just to make it a little bit prettier, is it? Like a little bit nicer.
Like slightly facing the jaw, slightly facing the nose. It's all.
I see. Okay, tak apa.
Save. Where is it? I cannot see. Cannot see this side of my monitor. Okay. Now because there's a hole here, I need to paste it. Fill and content aware. And done.
Hebat. 32 gig RAM.
Oh my god, don't be sarcastic, bro.
No, this is not sarcastic. This is like really good, man. Like it shows that how much like first, like if you want to do it like well, I guess you need a decently powerful PC lah.
No lah.
Decent.
Normal PC also doable but slower, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Safe. Okay.
Okay.
When I save in Photoshop, you see this is the unique thing about using both Photoshop and Lightroom. When I save in Photoshop, whatever I save appear back in Lightroom.
So it will automatically come back in Lightroom with. Honestly, like you save it in, we can open it back in Lightroom with the preset with everything you did, right?
Yeah. So
very
we can see it. Another Lightroom feature is side by side reference. So we can drag it here. This is the previous one. This is the second one. Difference and active. So you can see this is the before Photoshop. This is after Photoshop. This is reference view, and this is before and after view. So when you open a photo, it becomes before and after.
Oh, this is before any editing lah.
Before editing and after editing.
Very nice, very nice.
This is also a key that I said. You need to make sure the photo you took is already nice before you went through them.
So, like you said, like the base has to be strong on it.
Yes, it's not purely editing. It's more on you need to have a nice photo first. Okay. Another part that I always do is I always change this to white. Change the background to white and black. Because I will be posting on social media, and I want to make sure it's correctly. It will appear how bright inside Facebook, so I will change it to white, and I will change it to black to make sure the black is not really faded. So this is how I adjust the the balance of the photo before I post it.
So this is just to check when like compared to, because like Facebook is very white the background.
Yes,
the dark mode.
yes. Because sometimes when we finish like coloring all the photo and suddenly we post it like so dark, and we post it too bright. So this is how you make sure of that. This is how to avoid that.
Okay, very good. I think it's a nice tip to give for people who want to like make sure that their photo still appears nice on Facebook, right?
Okay, there's an issue where everyone is having. It's like I already edit my photo nicely, and suddenly it appears differently on my phone, and it appears differently on my social media. It appears differently on my friend's phone. So, how to resolve this? There's nothing you can do. There's really nothing you can do except getting a color accurate monitor.
Oh, the monitor then.
Yeah, I'm using a color accurate monitor so I can display the color of my photo correctly. And if anyone say, "Oh, your face looks so green," I say, "Oh, why got no green? It's your monitor lah, so cheap. Buy more expensive one." Because sometimes, right? Because when I work, my boss is using a cheap, like not accurate LCD monitor, not even LED, and the color is way off. So when I submit my video as an MV, right, and the face of the actor is like sometimes green, like too green. So my boss say, why the face green? I'm having headache there. It's like, oh my God, boss, change your TV. Oh my God. Something like that.
It's not you, it's the TV by then, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I need to make sure the black is proper. That's why I change it to black just now. Because on LCD TV, the black tends to be much more faded. So
it's not true black, right?
Yeah, it's not true black. So you can see, if see in my monitor here, the black is much more black. Or you can use the histogram here to know how much black is needed. See, when you drag the black, you see the histogram move too. So how much black is needed sometimes? Maybe a little bit more. So I change it to black and change it to white back. See, it's properly now. It's properly exposed now.
I see. Very good.
Okay. Then, okay, same thing here. I want to do same thing here. So this is the adjustment I did just now. But I don't want this. I much more prefer finding a more correct color for this. So just slightly here, slightly here. And go with this. Change it to slightly blue. Lower exposure. Okay, and the black. Okay. In this case, I'm using a smoke machine. This is a cosplay photo, so I'm using smoke machine to create a more dramatic kind of effect. So it's a bit less on contrast there.
Mm-hmm.
So I do is I make a radial filter now here. Make a circle here. And when things get, it's like the black is not really rich, so I just drag the black here inside the radial filter.
Ah, I see.
So she pops up more than the rest of the photo.
I see.
Because people are actually more attracted to black. How to say, your eyes, you focus on the black first, and not on the blackest part first. It's like how you can see a cockroach on the floor. It's like you see black things move fast because your eyes can catch black even more better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, done here. Then I want to add a bit more glow. Okay, I use a radial filter a lot because easier than brush or anything. So just put lower here. This is the result of I'm using this light. I use 2 of this light with me this shoot. Okay, I'm using another radial filter here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bump a bit of saturation. Exposure, sorry.
Exposure. Okay.
To make the light more brighter. A bit more haze. Okay, done. You can see the difference.
Ah, I see.
See.
It's supposed to be make it look a red light, like that.
Yeah. Oh, hang. Shit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, go back.
Rewind the clock. Get it back.
Okay. Just like in JoJo, right? There's only one stand that can go back time. It's Killer Queen, I guess.
Yeah, that is Killer Queen bites the dust. You are right.
Yes.
Another one skip. One stop time, one reverse time, and one skip time.
Correct. Yeah. And there's also another. It's basically like a move so fast the whole universe resets.
Really? What's that?
That is Enrico Pucci's stand.
Oh, I haven't watched until there.
Part 6. Don't worry, bro.
Oh, that's a long way away.
Okay.
And yep, there is your unexpected JoJo reference, ladies and gentlemen. But back to back to you.
Make sure you guys watch all JoJo.
Okay.
All JoJo is best JoJo.
We're gonna move towards Q&A session soon. We're gonna move to a Q&A session soon. So
Okay, wait. I'm going to same thing. Edit in Photoshop. Come on, PC, faster.
It's okay. It's just because you're streaming. We apologize for that.
Okay, where is it? I'm going to show you. Okay, now we have a normal photo. So what we're gonna add is a little bit of this. Place. No. Wait. Ah, shit.
Redo.
Okay,
rewind the clock.
Flip. Killer Queen.
Bites the dust. So what's this?
This is change it to this. Maybe. Okay, not nice. I change it back. I pick another one. Okay, I pick this one. Pick this one.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Place. Change layer to screen. And change the hue. Adjustment, hue, and saturation. Change the color here.
More to red.
Ooh.
Okay. Now we can see like we having real light there.
As if there's a real light there, right?
Yeah.
That's actually clever.
Very cool.
Clever.
Very cool.
Here. Okay, and add one more up there. Okay, flip. Rotate, I guess. Maybe here. Maybe here, please, because you got blue light here. So green. Same level. Okay, now you can see like got two source of light. Now save.
Make sure to save constantly, guys.
Yes.
Until PC crash habis.
So when after I save in Photoshop, right, it will appear back in Lightroom with the effects I added.
I see. And then you sambung balik a bit of editing here, right?
Yeah. Then I check back. It's like black. Is it black? Okay. Oh no, it's too faded black. So I need to add more black here. Sometimes adding black doesn't work, so I use the graph. Here. Reduce noise again. Oh no, too much. Okay, after you are editing in Lightroom, sometimes you want to add more. So you go back in Photoshop. Let's see, what do I have here? Okay, maybe I add a bit of smoke.
Smoke effect.
Yeah, smoke effect.
Here.
Okay.
This is genius actually. I always assume like when I see pictures like this, they use practical effects like got smoke machine, everything, but being able to do everything just using Photoshop, right? Oh,
Pretty cool lah.
very cool.
Yeah, place here. Pretty cool, right? So you need to learn more levels. Okay, the smoke is in front, so it need to be slightly blur. Like bokeh a bit. How blur should this smoke be? Okay, after we're done, we save again. Wait, I need to adjust my phone because I cannot see it.
It's okay. Slowly.
Okay. I save again. And when I go back to Lightroom,
It appears again.
and the smoke is there. See?
Nice.
So this is my workflow. I always jump between Lightroom and Photoshop.
Very cool.
Change something and go back to Photoshop. I want to edit something, go back to Lightroom.
But the finalizing of it, you would do it on Lightroom, is it? Like
Yeah,
once back. I see.
It's like the final product I do in Lightroom.
I see. All right. Thank you so much for that, Alif. Is there anything else other than this, or we want to go to the Q&A very quickly?
Can go to Q&A, I guess.
It's okay. All right. But I think once again, thank you so much for showing us your workflow and still giving a few tips on how you do the photo editing.
One final thing. We have so many photos, right? Just paste, synchronize, then synchronize, then done. Same color.
Wow. Oh my god.
Wow, amazing.
No, it's just like when
Two
you just
tips.
edit one photo, then you paste it to the side. Done.
Bro, that's so...
Two
My
tips
mind
AF.
is just blown, man.
What?
My mind is
If you are
just like...
lazy. No, because you have to edit so many photos, but then again
Yeah,
you want
that's true. That's true.
to be the same color.
Yeah. Wow.
I see. Okay, so I think we can just go through a few questions today. Let me just check here. Sabar ya, banyak sangat your fans asking questions.
There's a lot of questions here, yeah.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, I just play along this editing, right?
That comes with experience lah, I believe.
No, I just...
Okay. So I think although you answered, they did ask because they ask when going between Photoshop and Lightroom, actually no, screw that question. I think I see another question here. Because I'm not too sure what he's asking. So this question is when you take photos of models, in this case for let's say in ACJ as cosplayers, right? So would you rather find cosplayers that already have their own ideas and specific themes that they want to do, or prefer they're a bit more flexible on it, and then you have your vision on what you want to do?
Hard to answer. Okay, usually when I do photo shoot, it's more towards what they want to do.
I see, what the client wants lah.
Yeah, what the client want, except when I approach people.
I see.
So when I approach them, I will ask them, okay, I want to do this kind of shoot. Do you like the idea? Okay, when people say okay, let's do it, then let's do it.
Fair enough. I think that's all right because like like if the client asks, then you do what you can to help them. But when it's your own personal project, but like let's say your own personal project, right? Like usually like what's the kind of vision that you go for in that time? Like is there anything grand that you've done?
Grand?
Like like what's the most ambitious personal project that you've done now?
Mostly MV, I guess. No, because for photography, it's like, haven't worked with like much trouble, I guess, because less hassle. Because photography usually takes a short time, whereas video production, when I shoot MV or I shoot project, to take 1 week and everything. That one is much more harder. So
yeah, I understand.
Less complex in comparison to my photography work. I mean, less complex to my MV work. So photography is like just a few hours of shoot and done.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we got time for one more question.
Damon, you want to go ask it this time?
Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. I have a list of questions here, but I think we have time for one of them. Have you ever edited a picture that was out of focus, and is it possible to fix it?
Not possible.
Not possible.
Yes, that's all I can say.
I guess it's back to what you said originally is, the base has to be strong. The original photo itself has to be good.
Yes.
Has to be good.
Okay.
All right, very good. Okay, either way, thank you so much, Alif, for your time and for showing us all of these tips and your workflow. And once again, we would like to remind you all that he has provided a free preset for you guys.
Oh, the preset is actually used for this photo.
Very cool. But as always, I believe don't make the preset like your go-to preset. Experiment around with it.
I give it as a starting point, so you can edit it back to match your set style, I guess. Because I edit it to my camera profile color. If you are using different camera, usually it doesn't work that much.
I see.
Okay, so Alif, do you have any last things to say to the audience before we go on?
I hope people learn from my session because I'm also not sure what I'm talking about. Okay, so if we follow, starting 4, we can start to go out for work. It's not we can go out for fun, for work most of the time. So I hope people will be more careful out there. I don't want this MCO to be extended any longer. Suffering. And do stay tuned for the rest of this day, the live stream.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ali.
Because these two MC are fighting for themselves. It's like I only talk for 1 hour and I'm having sore throat.
But just relax after this, man.
Practice makes perfect.
Okay.
Right, either.
Okay, so thank you so much. That was a really mind-blowing segment. Honestly, I learned. And I only do editing a bit on the side, but oh my god,
my mind is blown. But either way, again, thank you so much. We if there is any further questions, I believe you can approach Alif on his page or something. Is your page okay?
His page, Facebook page, Alifjam. He's also on Instagram, but he uses Facebook more often. So if you have any questions that we didn't manage to answer in this session,
Facebook more memes, more Jojo memes.
Yeah, feel free to DM him over there.
Okay, betul, that one betul. Right. But either way, thank you so much once again, ladies and gentlemen. We will have a short break and we'll have our next session very